brothers and sisters of Earth, and welcome to my channel, the Vortex Vixen. I have been asked by the Divine to be a channel for you to reveal some of the secrets of the universe. With these secrets that I've learned on my own journey, you can manifest the life of your dreams. Do you know your life purpose? How about your divine purpose? If you don't, that's okay. I was once there too. I may not be psychic as to what your exact divine purpose is. However, let me take a wild guess of what it is not. My guess is that your divine purpose is not to slave your life away, working for some job or corporation that just views you as a number, just so you have just barely enough money to pay your bills. I'm also guessing it's not to be a mindless consumer, buying this thing or that thing, running around trying to impress people that, let's be honest, you don't even really care about. Does any of this sound familiar to you? Certainly it did for me. And that's why I wish to help guide you and show you ways that you may leave this old life behind and create something that you can feel proud of and feel passionate about. Many of us here are suffering very deeply, and ultimately we're in need of some guidance. It's no wonder, because many of us have financial issues, relationship issues, self-worth issues, and lack of inspiration. It's also no surprise that many of us deal with a lot of physical ailments and physical pains. It's no wonder that the pharmaceutical industry is one of the largest and most profitable industries in the world. But have we ever stopped to ask why? Why, with our modern technology and comforts, that the majority of us are still so unhappy and feel so unfulfilled? And you can't really blame most people for feeling this way, because it is so embedded into the universal consciousness of constantly giving away our power that it's no surprise. You know, we force kids to go to school and learn these different subjects, but we never teach them how to love themselves and to connect with themselves. And certainly these children aren't learning from the parents, especially if the parents haven't mastered this themselves. So would you believe me if I told you that you could heal all of these things, change all of them, completely transform how your physical reality works, just with two key factors: your mind and your heart? And the great thing about these is that they're always accessible. They're always available to us, no matter how much money we have in the bank, or what job we have, or what person approves of us. You see, we live in this matrix that is influenced by our thoughts, our emotions, our actions, and our behaviors. So ultimately, as individuals, we create our reality. We are all governed by a set of universal laws created by God or Source to help us manifest and create the exact reality we like. Now, this is probably the best news you've heard and also the worst news you've heard, because it forces us to be accountable for how our lives look. If there's something that we dislike, I know it's always easy to blame these external things. But once you reprogram your mind and understand the nature of this reality and how it operates, you are ultimately able to gain your power back and really create it however you'd like. So if that means it's a sad reality and it's a stressful one and it's a hard one, That's completely valid too, because God ultimately supports whatever it is that we want. But the wonderful news about this means that just as easily, why can't we create anything? Why can't we be filthy rich? And I don't mean just rich in financial terms. I mean rich in all ways. And that's why I like to use the anagram rich. And I want to teach you how to be rich in this now moment. And that stands for R, realizing, C, create, H, happiness. Realizing I create happiness, or realizing I create my own happiness. Do you understand what a miracle it is for you to be here? That so many synchronicities and perfect timing of events had to occur within the universe for you to be here, for you to be listening to my message right now. That fact alone makes you an anomaly. With that being said, you still think the purpose of all of this is for you to be wasting your life away working at some job you hate? At a job where you're a full-grown adult, but you have to raise your hand to use the bathroom practically, or beg for some vacation time? No, you're certainly so much greater than that. You are the essence of God. And my purpose here is to show you that. Now, I can't do the work for you, but I wish to help and guide you to discover your divine purpose. Because once you realize that no thing or no person is going to save you, that allows you to reclaim your power. And once you reclaim your power, then you are free. Then you no longer have anything to fear. Everything can be done out of a pure expression of love, which is what we are at our core vibration. So together, hand in hand, we will walk through ways in which you will be able to access and tap into your infinite potential. Once you tap into your infinite potential and ultimately connect with who you are on a soul level, you'll be amazed at how much your creativity flows, how much everything flows, how much the love in your life flows, how easy money is attracted to you. I wish to show you more of who you are and awaken you to your true self. Because not only do you deserve that, but ultimately the collective consciousness needs that. If we want to see a revolution in our world and for it to improve for future generations, first and foremost, we need a revolution of the self. By getting to know who we truly are and mastering ourselves and healing these old wounds within us, that is how we create sustainable change in our realities. It's great if we all bond together and think of ways to improve, say, the environment or interpersonal relationships, but if we don't do that self-work first, then ultimately those things are going to crumble because they have no internal structure. We will explore together this essential concept that circumstances don't matter, that only our state of being matters, and how we feel in our belief systems. We're going to work together to reprogram our subconscious mind, to remember that we are beautiful, eternal, infinite beings. And we need to start treating ourselves as such. And once we start treating ourselves as such, then we can look to others to also treat us in that way we desire. In addition to this overarching theme, I'll be talking about a wide array of different topics that will help you discover more of who you truly are. Some of these topics will include relationships, money and how to attract more of it, diet and holistic health, body image issues, and other various things on the main topic of spirituality. Together we will tap more and more into our infinite potential, so that way we may feel closer with ourselves, with our peers, and ultimately the divine. I thank you for joining me, and I hope to see you next time. Thank you.